Hello everyone. Welcome to this season finale of the
Someone Had to Say podcast.
My name is Olaoluwa Oladokun. You can call me LA, and with me is my lovely wife
Temitope Oladokun, and you can call me Tidux.
Yeah, what a journey it's been. I mean, season 2 has been a really good one.
Yes, well.
Yes. Before we proceed, please everyone, I would like you to appreciate my lovely wife. As you can see, pulling this off was not in the most conducive of conditions for recording. Before you think I'm a wicked husband that forced her to do this, I would have you know that I actually suggested that we chill and wait a bit. But I'm sure by the time you are listening to this, our container would have landed.
Yes.
I just really wanted to appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, baby.
For making this work.
Thank you, baby.
I love you.
I love you
and
too.
I don't take this for granted.
Yeah. It's a pleasure doing this with you.
Yeah.
And
so back to our production.
Wait, now let me thank them
to thank them.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thanks to you too for following us on this journey.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yes, let's get into it. Before we do, I have a question for you. This time around, let's go back to our childhood a bit.
Okay.
Was there anything that happened maybe between you and your siblings, a fight, a disagreement, something you did to them that if your parents didn't find out about, but if they did, they would have punished you? Can you think of anything?
Can't really remember any. The ones I remember, they caught me. They knew about it, and
you don't know how to cover your tracks.
Well, one, I tried to cover my tracks, but I got found out. So my mom had bought bread, full slice of bread for us. I mean, myself and my two siblings. And I don't know, I just got this weird idea to toast the bread. We didn't have a toaster at the time, but we had a microwave. And I just got this silly idea to put the bread in the microwave. And at least maybe I would have even tried it out with 2 or 3. That's how I packed everything.
Wonderful.
And I put in the microwave. And I think maybe I left it for too long. I think it became so black. It was burnt. And then I'm like, oh my God. So I just threw it away in the dustbin. And of course, the whole kitchen was smelling.
Yeah.
And then my mom came back and the bread was like almost exhausted. And she was like, you people don't eat like this now. What happened to the bread? I'm like, we ate it. She's like, are you sure? Say we ate it. So of course, being a child then, but now that I'm older, I realized that she must have smelt it and gotten suspicious, And then she went to check the dustbin, and then she saw the bread there, and I was punished. And my punishment was majorly because I lied, right? Yeah. So I can't remember anything I did. Maybe I think I did you my full chest.
Yeah, you weren't really a mischievous child.
No. If I didn't want anybody to know, then I will not let my siblings know about it. So the secret stays with
you.
Yeah, with me. At least I can trust myself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how about you?
The one I remember. So this one now, I don't know if I was punished for it, but my recollection of the story, I think my siblings can remember the story. So you guys, let me know if I eventually got punished for it. So we had one of my mom's cousins, I think that was a relationship, staying with us at some point. He was older than I was. So in our house then, we used to have, I'm sure most people grew up in a house where you had this line for spreading clothes. So now this particular one was quite long, because the compound was large, so it was quite long. So for play, because we even used to play football around that area, sometimes, and it was one that started it, I started doing it. So he would pull the rope down and try to force it all the way down to his feet and put his leg on it, and then ask somebody to come by it. So when you remove your leg, the force would basically wipe you like.
And so like you guys actually stayed there.
It was fun. We're all kids now.
Wow.
So sometimes myself, my sister would put our legs on it together. So we'll try to see the last person to take that. Because if you're not careful and you stand there, by the time your face is over it, if you remove your leg, you can actually hit your face.
Gosh.
You just used to do it for fun.
How is that fun? Sorry, go on.
Kids fun. So at this point, My brother was small. Maybe he was
Yeah.
maybe
I remember the
3 or
story.
4 years old.
Oh my God.
That was how this young man. So apparently he had been watching us.
Oh God.
So he also came and put his leg on the rope.
And was the uncle there?
I said all of us were there.
Okay.
My cousin, my uncle,
Yeah.
him, me. I don't know if my sister was there. Then, like I said, the rope was quite long, so we probably didn't even know that, because he was playing as well, that his leg was
Yeah.
on the rope. That was how we just removed
Oh my
our
God.
legs on it. The
He
thing
wasn't
literally
informed.
carried my
Jesus.
brother up like this.
Wow.
I saw my brother in the
Oh my
air
God.
and he landed on the
Oh
floor.
my God.
Bam! Started crying. Of course, there were no physical things that we could see. Injuries. He was crying. We begged him.
Oh my God.
One thing about my brother when he was small was that every single thing that happens during the day,
Give recap.
he will give recap to my, because once my dad gets back from work in the evening, and my mom also gets back, when my dad is eating, he does because of
Muscle.
food, muscle of meat. He will sit down with
Oh
my
my
dad and be
God.
watching him as he's eating, and he will just start recounting. The one they asked him, the one they did just recount
All for the food.
everything that happened. So we knew there
Oh
was a
my
problem.
God.
That we know that this guy, he will give that the recap of the day.
Sure.
There's no way we'll leave out this juicy detail, especially one that affects him. So we bought, he used to like cheese ball. We bought cheese ball.
Oh.
We bought drinks. We gave him everything that he wanted, hoping that our investments will yield dividend. So at night, faithfully at night, he went into daddy's room. You know that moment. I think then they used to show Passions. I know I could not watch that episode.
Wow.
because my mind was on what was going on inside that room. I don't know.
If
Anytime
you
the
can
door
just make it past
opened,
today.
but I think I made it past that day. I don't think my parents eventually got to find
No,
out.
I'm even saying like if he could just make
Exactly.
it past
Yeah, so I
that
think
day.
in my head he did. So which was weird because he usually would tell.
Yeah.
So Timmy, please just tell me, remind me whether you did.
I've heard this story
report this
before, but
particular
at
one.
every point, like it's just vivid
I mean,
in my
I
head,
saw him
and I
in the
feel so
air.
bad.
Like he was in the air.
Wow.
And came back down.
People are
The things we
wicked.
survived as children, it was lovely. Anyway, we've used half of the runtime to
To
discuss
explore this.
childhood drama. So, would you do the honors today
Yeah, my player.
of telling us what the red shoe box?
You know, there's people that say player.
Another episode for all those kind of people.
Oh my God, player meeting you.
Prayer.
Anyway,
Mayo.
so the topic for today's episode is you love this one: finance and romance.
The wonderful combo.
Yep. So, where do we start from? Why does money cause so much tension in modern dating today? Why do you think that happens?
Interesting question. Money causes tension in so many other aspects of life, but in modern dating specifically, I mean, there are very valid reasons. First of all, because things are expensive, if we are being honest. So, yeah, there's a lot more pressure for people getting into relationships to come in with larger pockets than necessary. Things are expensive, and it's difficult to really express affection without being able to, do it in a way that you would deem possible, like the way you really want it to be expressed, And I mean, I should be able to take my potential babe or actual babe out on a date. I should be able to get thoughtful gifts and stuff like that. I remember that on our first date, I got you these very nice chuka boots. I mean, some people would not have been able to do that. So I mean, the fact that I was able to was a good thing at that point in time. Where's babe? Where is that shoe today?
Babe, let's focus on the.
It is where you have to tell me where that.
I would.
Where that shoe is. Anyway, back to the main topic. So yeah, I feel like money can give you leverage in certain things. So it is a different dynamics if you have it and are choosing to limit how much of it you spend in your dating relationships than you not having it. And anytime it's comes up, it becomes a bone of
Yeah.
contention. So, of course, there are also vain reasons why it matters. Because to a large extent, a lot of people are very, very materialistic these days, if we are being honest. Not everybody, but there's a
Yeah.
large chunk of people that fall under that category, that if you can't take me to a particular kind of restaurant, if you can't spend so and so on me, I'm doing my hand like this, which means that most likely it's ladies that are talking. So let's even assume it's a guy. It's like, no, if you cannot go Dutch, if you cannot, all those kind of things. So if it comes like a demand and it's seeming like a business transaction, it's a huge problem. So I mean, I think those cover like the core reasons why money matters, both the genuine reasons and even the superficial materialistic reasons. So what do you think?
I think you've aptly captured it. I would just add that there are a lot of nuances, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's the valid reasons and there's the materialistic one, that sometimes when people go into dating expecting things that they can't afford for themselves, you know, they're thinking short term. Not everybody who goes into dating, everybody has the same ideologies around dating. Some people go into dating with no expectation or aspiration for marriage. So for them, it's just sports dating. We're just together. So it's justified that, or they justify the fact that they want you to spend, a certain kind of way, take them to a certain restaurant, because they're not thinking long term. Oh, I'm going to be doing life with this person. We need to be prudent. We need to be thoughtful. We need to plan. There's that. And there's also the valid part that when people's ideologies and thoughts around marriage is it's the main thing they are trying to address is stability, right? And money kind of exposes where your values lie, right? How you spend money, how you think about earning more, how much you currently have, how you borrow, how you lend, how you save. So when that stability is not there, it would definitely be an issue. So somebody, maybe a lady who, is going into dating for the right reasons and is seeing some defect in how a person approaches money, or how they talk about money, or their dealings with money. Of course, it will be an area of conflict. Or maybe as a guy, your ideologies about money doesn't align with your babe's ideology around, there will definitely be conflict. So there are different reasons around it, and maybe because now we have a lot of more nuances than we did before. In the past, several years ago, the man was the primary provider. There was no burden, there was no requirement for the lady to have aspirations in that regard. So I think maybe it was a bit simpler. The climbs were simpler then. I mean, as a lady, you were more accommodating of maybe whatever the status of the guy, because you already knew before you got into it now. So you accept whatever it is you get, but now the expectations, you are seeing what people are getting or enjoying in relationship, and you want that for yourself. You want a guy that would, be able to buy you wigs. Or for a guy, you see that ladies are becoming more empowered, so you're actually going for women who actually are securing the bag, because there is less pressure on you. At least you can find somebody that can buy you
So
PS5.
people are getting into relationships strategically.
Do you understand? As you are buying her wig, she says she's buying you PS5, and everything is squaring. So there are a lot more nuances, and the expectations are a lot more. So that would lead me to my next question. Is money a love language, if we're being honest?
Gary Chapman, that's the name of the person that wrote that book. Gary Chapman wrote 5 love languages, I believe so. Mr. Gary Chapman, it should be 6 love languages. There is love of money as a love language, But I mean, joking aside, there's a way in which you can say some people actually do love money, but in you're expressing these 5 love languages, as they are called, the words of affirmation. Okay, words of affirmation, maybe that one is free. Acts of service too may be free, but then it depends on the kind of service, because there are some services that you can offer if you have money. Giving of gifts, that one that's the money love language. Quality time, ain't nobody spending quality time with somebody who does not have a job, who does not have anything to do. So, I mean, your availability to spend quality time may even be detrimental to the relationship. But then, even the person that is chasing money now does not have time for quality time. So, that one and money sometimes can be at odds. But somebody who is wise can use money to spare time so you can spend quality time with your family. Which one am I missing?
I think
What's your
touch.
yeah, physical touch. Ah, people they use money buy physical touch. Oh, well, but that's not the behavior we are trying to encourage. If you know what I mean, and now like people that spend money on prostitutes and the likes and stuff. So I don't mean like in a relationship as
No, I'm saying in a relationship.
Yeah, so I'm just speaking generally.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, as it relates to you and expressing the 5 love languages, generally speaking. So, is money in itself a love language? Maybe not necessarily. I would argue that to some people it actually is. I don't care about. Don't affirm me. Don't give me anything. Just give me money. That's the love that I need. But speaking into the core of it, it can highlight how you express, these other things. Yeah. So that's what I think.
I agree. I think money is also an enabler or amplifier of the love languages. I mean, if you have and because it's in money is an essential. I mean, relationship aside, you need it to be able to do life, to be able to have things, both necessities and things that are like for convenience. Just like you said, when you have money, you can express that giving of gifts to the magnitude that you want to. When you have money, you can do more even in terms of acts of service. You can outsource, you can help out more. When you have money, you can create more time. That's for quality time, for intimacy and all of that. When you have money, which other one am I missing? I feel like I'm missing two.
Giving of gifts and physical touch.
I've mentioned
words
giving
of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. You can do a billboard, expressing and professing. Do you understand?
Instead of sending
writing,
WhatsApp message,
do you understand?
or writing on
so
paper.
for somebody who really cherishes that, they may even cherish the one on billboard more. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't know how to walk around the physical touch one. You can buy time so that you can fly down. Maybe you are in New York now. You can you take your PJ, quickly fly down, do physical touch and fly back. So basically, money is an amplifier. So for some people, I don't want to maybe name call, but yes, some people may be materialistic in the sense of like, is they had cash that matters to them, not the gesture behind it, not the heart behind it, not even the person who is controlling the money, but the money as the hard currency. And we're not talking about that. But money is needed. They say love is sweet, or a particular evangelist said love is sweet, but when money enter, love is sweeter. And it's true, because you can just do more. You can just do more. It makes, even as individuals, when you have more money, you are more relaxed. You can save yourself stress. You have more see, and that's very important in this life. The ultimate goal is that you have options. That when you decide to live a minimalistic life, you decide to be prudent, you decide to be to live in contentment, is not because of a lack of options. Do you understand? Is that you have the option, and then and really that's the true virtue. Some people are what's the word? I don't want to use the word contentment, because contentment is a good value. Some people are
laid back or complacent.
No, some people are chilled, not because they have a strong virtue, but because they don't have any choice. You don't have the means to. Do you get? But I think the ultimate flex is that you have the means to, but you still decide to control yourself, to be self-disciplined, and not just be overly extravagant. So I think that's important. Another thing is, even for people that money is a love language to them, is not necessarily a bad thing. It may be, again, people have come from different backgrounds. If you come from a background where it was really tough financially, it is just natural that as you are evolving as a person, you are also making money. You would naturally not want to be in a place where you are sensing lack, or there is, insufficiency and all of that. So for that kind of person, it matters that you demonstrate to them that you are not just, is there stability, but it also matters to you. So we need to keep that in mind. If is dating somebody who is financially stable same as being materialistic? Because we even need to establish what being materialistic means.
No, definitely not. So I think everybody should be honest enough to admit that going into a relationship, there's a level of being strategic that applies to it, especially when it comes to money and financial capability and status. Now, and like you said, I think the goal, whether or not you are, because an opposite to that question then would be, if I say that no, it's not wrong to go after somebody who is financially stable in a relationship, then what is wrong with somebody following somebody who has ambitions, aspirations, but doesn't really have money? Is there anything wrong with that? Inherently, no, but you have to admit the fact that that setup would have some problems by lack of financial capacity. And this one is not a matter of whether you are materialistic or you are greedy and all of that. Just the absence of financial capacity would limit you in certain ways. And you need to be honest enough to admit those ways in which it can. Now, like we said, being financially stable is different from being materialistic. So desiring stability in finance is not a bad thing. Now going overboard or becoming greedy about it is an entirely different ball game. And that's why I always strive for financial independence of individuals and not make it your primary relationship benchmark. Because it is easier for somebody who is financially stable to get into a relationship with somebody who has ambition and no financial evidence of it yet. You are taking a long shot. So you can afford that gamble, knowing that, okay, if we get married, this my, maybe a lady, the guy, or whichever the case may be, this my partner has a dream, wants to start a company, stuff like that. He's trying to invent, he's an inventor, he's trying to product something. As long as this person has a dignifying form of labor, and you know that the person is not just being lazy, can deliver on the promise, you can take a chance at that. But if one of you is not financially stable, even that chance of survival in that relationship is going to be very, very difficult. So that's why I feel like if you take personal responsibility for your own financial stability, then you can afford to take a huge bet on somebody who is showing potential and maybe doesn't have the results yet. You are not, the consequences are not as detrimental as somebody who also is not financially stable. You two are taking it, because if you look at it all through culture, right from time, many a time men have taken chances on women that are not as financially stable as they are. That is a much more recent occurrence for women to be the ones doing that. And because they were not expecting the woman to provide anything for them financially. So if anything, it was the other characteristics that the woman had that they were looking out for, and they went into a marriage with that. Don't worry, I'm going to sort out the providing. So anything you become in terms of any money you make, there even for me that were like, see, any money you make, take it, it's yours, you can keep it and stuff like that. In the modern society, we are seeing that change a lot, because I mean, things are different now. Everybody has equal access to education, to career opportunities and stuff like that. And now we are seeing men make more strategic moves in terms of marriage. So now you see men that are targeting. Now this is not, I'm not saying that people are doing it maliciously. If you are a lady now and you are a medical doctor with a chance of running to Canada or the UK or America, you will have more eyes on you. You are hot cake in the market. If you are currently maybe studying abroad and you're a lady, trust me, men will be all over you. So when we talk about materialism, most times we are always talking about it from a woman's perspective, forgetting that men too are strategic, you know, and you hear of men doing things for ladies, you hear of men that are doing things for ladies that they are in a relationship with now, who has potential, who is seeming like a breadwinner potential. They will do introduction. They will do within 2 months. You will hear that they have already picked wedding date. The person he was dating before, that one was begging him to come and visit their family. No, they did not see his green light. So let's not treat so let's not treat materialism like, oh, it's only women that always eye money. Men eye money in a small, subtle way. They know what they are doing. They see your car, they see the house you are living in, they know the company you are working at. So it will now seem like, so, but men will package it in a better way. He will not come and say that, no, you will take me out today. Oh. No, women are too direct with their materialism. Men are much more, under G. It just show you nice gestures here and there, make you see him as a credible person to build a future with. Person will not get plan. You now marry, finish, and sit down at home. So it's materialism is not only a female concern. So addressing the main question itself, no, going after financial stability is not the same thing as materialism. Materialism is about you wanting to live a luxury lifestyle and looking for somebody to finance that. If you want to live a luxury lifestyle, you should be able to finance it yourself. So I don't even necessarily have a problem with your materialism. It's you wanting to live it off another person that is a problem. Let your ambition and your ability to make money match your materialism. Then the whole world will be a good and safe place.
Or
as long as you are not robbing.
Let the benefactor know what they are getting into, so that you know
exactly.
This is what pays the both of us.
So financial stability should be something that everybody looks out for in a relationship. I would actually not recommend that you go into a relationship if some level of financial stability has not been shown yet. Yes, so that's
I mean, the things you mentioned are so profound. There are some gems here. Anyway, anybody that has ears, I hope they've heard. So I don't think it's a bad thing for somebody to want financial stability, because that's how things run in the society. Like, you need finances, right? And because there are dynamics where, as you're starting out the family, maybe what they agree is, okay, somebody is primarily working and bringing, and because you mentioned something, financial stability, the goal is financial stability, and it can take different routes. So for instance, somebody who is a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, whatever the case may be, and the spouse is working, there has to be a plan for the both of them's financial stability, because this arrangement was agreed upon. So at no time should any person be high and dry, because this is the system that works in this family, and the both of you are delivering value, albeit in different ways. Do you understand? So financial stability is like asking if somebody should if it's necessary for somebody to what's an essential? To eat. Do you get, like, you need finances to be able to eat, to be able to survive, to be able to do essential things. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's maturity. I think it's wisdom. I think it's self-awareness. Sometimes some people are carried away with the bubble of emotions and all of that. But trust me, lack, scarcity, and the absence of the essentials can frustrate happiness, can frustrate love. And we need to keep that in mind. And the thing is, look, we also need to be very strategic. So maybe sometimes it's not the best time for that relationship to be happening, and that's okay. Maybe it's not the best time for you to start that family, and it's okay, because financial stability is very, very, and when I say stability, I think you established that it is not necessarily affluence. Affluence and this thing, they're in stages, but can you adequately meet your needs, like the essentials? Can you meet your needs? If the answer is no, then maybe you shouldn't be, because even dating is a means to an end. I believe that dating is a means to an end, which is marriage. So if you can't afford the essentials as a single person, how are you going to cope when you do get married? And I think when you have this reality check, it puts things in context, and you're able to focus on what matters per time, and focus on your earning capacity as a person, focus on how you can scale as a person. So I don't think it's materialistic. We've seen cases of where a woman is being gaslighted to say, oh, you are not saying yes to me because I don't have money. That's a valid reason. It's not because now people are entitled to their desires, right? Some people may say until you are rich, or until you have like, billions in your account. But financial stability is like is the base. And I think everybody, should not just aspire to that, but also make critical decisions, because it can really be, how frustrating even we as individuals get when finances are tight. So it can be frustrating if a partnership exists.
And there's something I also wanted to mention, that regarding the ambition and aspiration part, the role of finance for people that are, say, dating while they're in campus is entirely different from, say, people who are working professionals in their 30s and considering marriage, for instance. Now, when the relationship is between people who are much younger, you can take a larger bet on potential and prospects. That, okay, so the younger I am, I would tone lower on financial capacity. Younger in the sense of stage of life. So maybe you are dating in uni, you just finished from school, you are just starting out in life and stuff like that. So yes, you can get into a relationship based on potential and ambition, knowing that both of you are figuring out life out, and this person is showing prospects of actually heading in the right direction towards that stability. So the further down the line that you are, if I'm a lady, say I'm 31 for instance, if you're asking me out and you don't have a job, it is grounds for me to say no at that stage in life. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at this point, the stakes are different. You need to show evidence of that financial responsibility in that sense. Alternatively, maybe I see somebody who is actually trying to build something, create something. It's not yet. So it's two different things. It is different if you are applying yourself and it's not yet financially rewarding. Or maybe even not exactly, but maybe not even yet. Maybe you are applying yourself, but it's not, because you gave an instance of a stay-at-home mom. A stay-at-home mom is creating value. It's just not financially rewarding, but it is value. In that instance, somebody has to take responsibility for the financial obligations of that home. So in that case, it makes sense that, okay, the pressure of making money is not on you. So there are dynamics where it is allowable for somebody to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't necessarily have money. But to be honest, it's not a lot of scenarios where that is a tenable excuse. Sure, you understand. So I just thought to mention that. So the dynamics swing across different times in life.
I think just to add to that, for the person who is an undergrad, to be honest, there's no way you can correctly gauge financial stability, because they are not yet working or providing value in a way. Do you understand? I mean, they are being sponsored to school. Somebody's giving them, but you can look out for values. How they spend. Are they always coming to borrow money from you? They have. Do you understand? It's different when you are, giving gifts and you are doing things out of the benevolence of your heart. But that what they are getting should be sufficient for them. But they are always overspending, always borrowing, always wanting to live. So you already know there is a problem here. So you take note of that and make decisions accordingly. And of course, for older people, because just like in the instances you mentioned, these people are aspiring. It's not about affluence. For the person who is building something, whether it's yielding or not, you can see that they are on that path. They are actively pursuing financial stability, and they are not in a state where they are seeking to leech off people, because we've seen cases for even older people. Like, I mean, when I say older, like they are past that, phase where they are in uni, or they just started working. Like they have more years, and then they are seeking to leech off people, men who are borrowing from
potential.
Do you understand potential? Do you understand? And you're already seeing red flag. Like there's no sense of responsibility. You are not serious with your craft, or you don't have any craft you are pursuing at the moment, but you are just seeking to leech off people. That is a red flag. This person has no aspiration or goals towards financial responsibility, and it can go both ways, and you need to be aware of that. I think the last question would be, how important is money in relationships? honestly. Is love not enough?
Love is not enough, and not only because of money. There are other things that matter a lot more. Your values matter a lot. Yeah, money plays a major role. But allow me to wear my philosophical hat in answering this question. Not just because of relationships. I think that money, financial stability matters for everybody. But it does money. Okay, let me say money. I think that money matters for everybody, but it does not matter to the same extent for everyone. And I feel like society and culture keeps on making people make the same mistakes over and over again. Now, at the base level, everybody should aspire for financial stability. That means different things for different people. So at the base level, where it is about survival and sustainability, everybody is chasing money the same way. And the directives, the actions, the guidance, the knowledge, the intelligence is similar for everybody. Both the person that wants to chase money to billionaire level and the person that wants to chase money to stability level. Now, what will tell you, everybody is chasing money to an extent, but not everybody is like you are going up an elevator. Not everybody is going to the ceiling. But the way the world works is that we are teaching everybody that the ceiling of financial accumulation is what everybody should aspire to, no matter what. No, there are some people that are going to the first floor of money. Some people are going to the second floor. Some people are going to the third floor. Some people are going to be to the 189th floor. Now, if, say for instance, I am supposed to be a missionary, the way with which I chase making money is different from somebody who wants to start a company that is able to cure cancer around the world. The money that is required for you to fulfill that dream is different from what I need to fulfill mine. If my dream is to set up a primary school in a village and bring top-notch education to that location, I need quite some money. But it's not the same money as somebody who is trying to end war in the Middle East. So we make it seem like everybody's financial aspiration must be the same thing. Everybody must pursue money the same way. Actually not. Everybody should chase financial stability. Stability means different things for different people. Not everybody needs to chase super abounding wealth where you can do everything that you want to in the world. And what happens is this: the people who don't have the desire to chase money at all costs find themselves sacrificing the things that mattered more to them in a bid to chase money in the same way that some other people did. There are some people that don't have the time, they are not able to spend quality time with their family because their vision, their ambition to change the world even supersedes their presence and availability for their families. Now, whether that is noble or not is debatable, but they say that I must achieve this thing, and if that's the sacrifice I have to make, so be it. Now, you may stand on your moral high ground and look at that as, oh no, this person is not spending quality time with his family, is trivializing that. Well,
some people are fine with
it.
it.
Soldiers even have to do it because soldiers are putting their life on the line intentionally to protect the security of their nation and even the family that they are living at home, willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice for all of us to be. If their family matter that much to them, they will go and sit down with them and let everybody be. So now, if you are telling a soldier that he has to have an aspiration to be a billionaire in the world, have we not seen that we have introduced corruption into the system? So finance in terms of stability, and I feel like on a larger spectrum beyond just the relationship conversation, we need to restore the respect for financial stability and noble livelihood to the part of people. Yes, there are ways in which what financial stability means in this day and age different from a couple of years ago because there's inflation, there's higher cost of living. So how much you even need to be stable is higher than it was before. You can't negate that. So it's not everybody that is actually working hard to make more money that is materialistic. So I want us to look at it from a broad spectrum before we look at it specifically regarding relationships. Money does matter, but it does not matter to the same extent for everybody in every relationship. It's not everybody that must go fine dining at the skyscraper in Abu Dhabi that to show that they love the person that they are with. No, but you should have at least have a means to be able to buy something basic by the roadside to show how much you love your partner. And I mean, God can bless you that you have somebody who can share both seasons of life with you. And some people may not even get to experience the high-rise restaurant, but still find contentment and satisfaction. So I feel like that's the most important thing in life.
Well, that's so profound. I mean, I absolutely agree. Money is important in relationships, right? But the question is, or how it differs, and we need to be able to accommodate that is, in what degree?
Yes.
In what degree should it matter, or in what degree does it actually matter? But is money like money is an essential? Do you get for living? And of course, it's just natural that same thing applies.
Because it's a tool for meeting your needs.
Exactly. Yeah, and there needs to be met in a relationship. You know, I know that we're in a time where everybody seems to be individualistic. I mean, or is it maybe individualistic and then selfish, you know, in some circles, the guy would say, oh, I mean, we're just dating, I'm not married to you, so I have no obligation to do certain things for you until we're married. And for the lady, there are expectations around, oh, I'm the lady, you are the guy, you're supposed to spend, you know, for me and all of that. So, and I mean, that one's a separate conversation, but whichever way we look at it, money is essential because you can't say you love a person and not give. Do you get? And this goes both ways. As a lady, you can't say you love a guy and you've not even bought him chew gum before, you know, or as a guy as well, you know. And I think the way we treat each other in relationships is also a precursor to what you can expect in a marriage. You can't say you would not do nice things for you have earning capacity and you can't do nice things for somebody you say you care about, then there's a problem. So basically, I think we both agree that money is essential in a relationship, and it doesn't mean you are materialistic. It just means you are mature, you are self-aware, and you know what you want, and you value stability, right? You value stability. So with that, we have come to the end of season 2 of the Someone Had to Say It podcast. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. We did it, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of this season with us.
Thank you.
We'll be on a short break because I'm sure to them it will be like a long break, but to us it's a short break. But trust me, we are going to be back. You know how it goes now. It keeps on getting better and better and better. Trust me, season 3 is going to blow your mind as well. So looking forward to sharing all of that with you. But let's keep the community growing. Let's keep engaging on social media. Let's keep sharing this gospel to everybody that you feel it can impact and touch. And I believe that, you know, over time, very soon we're going to have like a physical Someone Has to Say It conference. So
looking forward to that.
Let's
clock it.
Look out for that.
Is it how they do it? Clock it.
Don't let me do it before I do the one that is not even clocking anything.
Oh my God.
All right, guys.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Someone had to say it.